Facebook focus group coaches. This is about writing with pull. What I mean by pull is instead of pushing, you're pulling people into you. They're coming to you, asking you about Shakeology, asking you about Team Beachbody, or asking you about P90X because you're putting attractive content out there, you're sharing stuff that creates pull, and that makes it easy to create the exposure. You send them a video, and you ask them what they like best about the video. Now, to create this poll, here's some things that I've been doing that I think have just been working extremely well. Number one, you've heard me talk about keeping a journal of testimonials. If you haven't started yet, do that and add to it regularly. Every time somebody shares some success that they've had with anything Team Beachbody, and most of it's probably going to be revolving around Shakeology, you need to add that to your journal of testimonials. It doesn't matter if you coach them or if somebody else coaches them. If you know them, like on Facebook, it doesn't matter. You can tell people that you share these testimonials with that you know this person. It's not downloaded from an infomercial. Hugely powerful. So with those testimonials that I gather, I've got over 1,000 by now, I'm sure. I make it a point to share at least one or two every day. Some days more, but you don't want to do even too much of that. But that one thing alone, I think, is probably the biggest thing. Sharing the testimonials, letting other people doing most of the talking for me about Shakeology or about P90X or about whatever. Let let most other people do the talking for you. That's huge. And do that with testimonials. Share that stuff. It's good stuff. Another thing that I do is I come across as an attractive, well-rounded person. Um, what I mean by that is some of my posts are, some of them are funny, some of them are thought-provoking, some of them are interactive or a combination thereof, in addition to the testimonials that I share. And one thing that I do not do, it's very, very rare if I do this, which is going to add more credibility to when I do it because it's so rare. But generally, I do not put a link up to my Beachbody store or to an exposure tool or anything like that. And I know most of you do, and you gotta reflect. Is that getting people to write you and ask you about it? If they are, that's good. But usually that's not the case. Usually people are not asking. Usually that does not create pull. So I don't make those kinds of posts. If I do, it's once in a blue moon, which because it's once in a blue moon, it's going to have more pull than it would otherwise. So those have been working extremely well. Now, the important thing about pull is that it's going to work in tandem with your introductions. Okay, so you're introducing yourself to people at least 5 every day, and that shouldn't take long at all, just a few minutes. Go for 10 every day. Maybe it might take you 5 minutes to introduce yourself to 10 people when you get good at it. Big deal. So if you do that effectively and you're introducing with pull with one or two sentences, something stupid, then your friend count is going to go up. So you're funneling people into your Facebook page or your Facebook profile, and then from there, once they're in, they're going to see whatever it is that you're sharing. So the stuff that you share in your wall, you have to share content with pull, and that's how you're going to bring people into your business from Facebook. In a nutshell, that's it. The stuff you share and your introductions, they have to work in tandem like that. And you'll build a big business, as I did in 2010 and am doing in 2011. I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now, but that's how you write with Paul. And one more note about interactive status updates. You can ask people questions and get them involved. You can make selection statements. You can ask for opinions, and they can have something to do with Beachbody or have nothing to do with Beachbody. You can ask, what's your favorite flavor, greenberry or chocolate, and why? You can ask, what's your favorite Shakeology recipe? Mine is this, and this. You can ask if you could go back in time and meet one famous person that's ever walked the earth, who would it be, and what would you say? Something else that you can ask, which might be even more profound, is, man, I can't wait to be free. I guess that's not really a question, but it's a statement. Man, I can't wait to be free. Now that's going to create mystery, right? Free from what? Somebody might write you and ask you exactly that. What are you talking about? Free from what? And that could be the icebreaker for a conversation to tell somebody about um, the business, or more importantly, to get the introducing Team Beachbody video in front of them and let that do the talking for you because you've created the curiosity and the mystery, the intrigue. So those are some ideas. That's Paul, and the most important way to develop yourself so that you can become very efficient and effective at writing with Paul, your daily personal development. That's the thing that brings everything together and makes everything work. 10 pages of a good life-changing book every day just takes a few minutes to do that, and listen to good audio in your car every day instead of the radio. So you don't even have to take time outside of your day to get in your good audio. But you do that in tandem with your daily practice. That's the rhythm, the back and forth rhythm of learning. That's how you advance your perspective and get really good at this and get over that hump more quickly that I talked about in a previous blog or video. Let me know if you have any questions. This is your Team Passion Diamond Leader signing off.